Hi everyone and welcome back, and I hope you're doing well. If you are a Cakewalk user, I've got a tool that I can show you. Well, I guess you are a Cakewalk user, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, would you? Anyway, you may or may not be aware about this included tool in Cakewalk by BandLab, and it's called the Channel Tools. And you can find it through, let's say, adding the effects. It's under Insert Audio Effects, Cakewalk, Channel Tools. Okay, so I've got it added on my master channel here, and let's turn it on and have a look and see what it does. The Channel Tools has several sections. It has the Channel Tools, which include phase inversion and stereo left and right channel swapping. It includes delay, pre and post, so you can introduce delay into your audio signal. It has metering, input and output, and input mode for stereo, mid-side operation or turned off, and then left and right, very interesting balancing and leveling option. And here's a little secret way to find out the audio routing of the channel tool, itself, the plugin itself. Click on the Cakewalk icon, and here you can actually see how the audio is processed within the plugin. You have your input, then it goes into Channel Tools and a pre-delay, and then the input mode. If it's stereo mode, it does mid-side encoding. If it's already mid-side mode signal coming in, if you select that one, then you can adjust the mid-side gain, and it becomes mid-side decoded, and then the gain of left and right, a panning option, and post delay, and then the output. Okay, you can access that by clicking the Cakewalk icon. To demonstrate its features, I do have a music that I'm going to play. This is my arrangement, my song, and it's sort of like a gypsy Spanish style music, but I am singing in Armenian language. So hope you like it, but we're only going to hear a little bit of it. It's not a finished song anyway. It's in the process of getting sort of recorded and mixed at the same time. But I thought I'll demonstrate the channel tools, because when I'm mixing, I use these channel tools to check my mono setting and my balance of my mid signal and the side signal in the mid-side mode. But you can use it for any channel, any of the channels. You can put it on. You can put it on auxiliaries. You can put on buses, as well as on the master bus like I have in this demonstration. So channel tools, let's play around with the phase inversion, which is really great if you have two different microphones on different part of the room, especially like for drums or guitars. You are recording with stereo microphones and you need to check the phase balance. You can use the phase inversion to see which state gives you better signal. But in this case, we're just going to observe it, how it sounds, and you can get a good result if you've got headphones on. Let's invert the left, and you sort of feel a little bit funny. Invert the right. If you invert both, so I guess it's all the same. Let's invert the stereo, the left and the right. Okay, so that's what the first channel tool will do. Now for the delay, we can introduce a pre-delay, which you may or may not be able to tell what is happening, because it's delaying the input. But in this case, we may not be able to hear. But if you've got time differences between two signals on two different channels, and you can insert the channel tool and delay one to bring both signals in time and in phase to each other. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so Now left and the right are in different times. Hope you got that effect worked out. You can play around with it and you can see what you can do with that. Basically, it adds a delay into the signal. Now into the input mode, by default, it's in stereo. That means it allows you to adjust the mid signal and the side signal already. So it's already doing a mid-side encoding and decoding, as you've seen in the example here. Okay, so you can, so you can turn it off. So it's as is. All we'll be left is with the panning information, which is another interesting option. Or we can have stereo, so we can adjust our mid and side information already. Here we go. Let's reduce the mid gain. So anything in the middle, pretty much most of the signal, they will disappear, and all we're hearing is the side information, the left and the right. Let's do the other way around. Now we basically got rid of any side information. So if you want to make your song a little bit wider, you can increase the side gain or reduce the mid gain, but usually you would increase the side gain. Notice how the guitars are further apart from each other now. That's because we are applying more signal to the sides, and my guitars are panned left and right, so that's why you're hearing that way. And the left and the right gain are basically like faders, two separate faders, or your left and the right channel. Let's try that. Okay, so if you've got an unbalanced stereo signal, then you can give and adjust the left and the right gain. Now in mid-side mode, I can't demonstrate because you need a signal coming in to the channel tools in mid-side. So if it's already encoded as a mid-side information, then you can click mid-side and then you can adjust mid and side gain for it. It's not going to work well in this case because there is no mid-side information. Basically, what's going to happen is the mid information will go to the left and the side information will go to your right if you're listening on headphones. So you can hear how bass and everything else, kick, is on your left and everything else onto the right. So that's how that works because it's already encoded. But in stereo mode, it will encode and decode as seen in this example here. Isn't it really great that they actually have a flowchart of the audio processing? Fantastic. These guys were really great. And next interesting one is the pan. No, it's not the pan that you fry eggs in, okay? You're panning, panoramic, okay? Left and right. Okay, let's have a listen and I'll play around and you can hear what it will do. Let's move the rev. Now we have left in the center and everything is on the right. Or we can swap it over. And we can swap it again. Of course, you can anything in between. Let's make it narrower. See how useful that is? But there's one other feature that you may not be able to find it in many plugins, and this could be very, very useful if you want a crosstalk between the left and the right. That means some of the left signal will feed into the right and some of the right will feed into the left, and you can decide the amount by using the edges So you can expand that. Okay, let's expand that to the center of that. And let's expand that to the center as well. And let's have a listen. Okay. Oh, it cancelled. That's because left and right are opposite to each other. Because left is feeding to the right and the right is feeding to the left and out of phase, and that everything is cancelled. Okay. And if you want mono, that's your mono. Stereo. Mono. Stereo. Mono. So that's how you can very, very quickly check your mono status of your master bus to see if anything disappearing or not. Well, that's it. I hope this video was helpful. Now you know about the Cakewalk channel tools, and very, very useful tool as indeed. And you can add them in your project. It's already included for free. And if this video was helpful, make sure you give me the thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio, guys.